Hello, everyone. So I want to talk just for a quick moment about our college success workshops and ongoing discussion groups and accountability and coaching groups that we are running. So I know that there's some basic information that you can find in our documents, but I thought I would just show you a couple of visuals so that you have an idea of what we're going to be talking about in these ongoing groups and then also in our workshops. So in order to successfully navigate in college, this is kind of what we have found. It's a very basic system with some fundamental pieces that all of our college students have expressed are kind of their go-tos for just learning to manage successfully. So I'm going to share my screen and just, they're not going to be fancy, but get you some visuals. And that way you can kind of get a picture of what we have found that most of our students express as being kind of the key game changers when talking about college success. So top areas of focus, really it's just going to be focusing on preparation for the change in structure. They have less accountability, so we want to make sure that they have a way to hold themselves accountable and to self-regulate and self-manage. And then it's always a challenge to manage those really long-term projects and assignments and deadlines. And then really just learning how to study in new ways. So we'll be talking about each of those. And to do that, we are going to kind of set up a system and we're going to talk about organization, how we're planning, how we're managing time, how we're breaking down and managing our tasks and assignments, and then really those core routines, like a daily and a weekly routine and what it really takes to be successful. So I have a couple of pictures here. This is kind of one of our students' full setup for getting ready to get off to college. We've got a chart here for them to be able to track and kind of fill in. We can do it digital on a Google Doc, or a lot of students just like to handwrite it out and place it up on the wall. But it's really a way for them to track for each class kind of all of the course information, what's important, where's the grade coming from, what are the teacher's office hours, what are all of the policies, where do I find resources and help. So we want them to kind of put one chart together that really summarizes everything you need to know from those syllabi that are handed out in that first week of school typically. And then we have them set up with a planner. So some kind of a planner, paper usually works best. And we want them to make sure that it lends itself well to kind of that forward thinking and backward planning that's so critical in college. So we find that kind of a Monday through Friday left to right format generally works the best. And then we also have kind of some daily and weekly routines that we will be reviewing. So we want to make sure that they have let me see if I can get here, kind of like everyday checklist. This is what we're going to do every day to make sure I'm on track. And then a weekend review or a regroup. Have I looked ahead at my papers and projects? Have I broken them down in the planner? Have I checked to see when the office hours are and blocked out the time I would like to go and visit with those teachers or professors? And then kind of just really fully preparing for any other outside commitments that they would need to be filling in on a weekly basis. So this is not the prettiest, but kind of our version of a whiteboard. It's a poster frame that you can write on with Sharpie or dry erase marker. And then we have them put kind of their core schedule in the middle here, but then that slides underneath the clear frame cover, and the students can then write on top of it what their timeline is, what their plans are, any additional meetings, what the office hours are for the week, and kind of really map out what their week looks like without having to rewrite those core classes. So it's really nice for them to just see where they have to be when and where those white spaces and available times are for them to do other things, such as sleep, study, go out and be social, as socially distantly as they can. And so this is very helpful to most of our students, boys and girls alike, really tend to like having something kind of visual in their face, on their wall, reminding them of what it takes to be successful, and then helping them to track and plan and manage their time. So in conjunction with using the planner to actually break down assignments, these two pieces really work very well together. And then one of the last pieces that I would like to share, we talk a lot about self-regulation, and college is a challenge for many students. And so we do discuss preparing and planning for obstacles and talking about how to manage if a certain situation or circumstance occurs. And so we create what we call if-then plans. If I'm procrastinating, if I'm being too social, if I'm avoiding my work, if I can't focus. And we talk about two pieces with that. One, what are the action steps I can take when I find that this is happening? So first I have to identify that it's happening, and we talk about that. But then second, what do I need to remind myself of? Connect kind of to the emotion or to the outcome. Hey, it's going to feel really terrible if I blow this off and I'm going to be stressed out and panicking the night before. Don't forget, it's better to plan early. Whatever kind of self-talk pieces or reminders they would like to make note of for themselves, we have them write that in the reminder section. So we talk a lot about that motivation, self-regulation piece, and then that organization, planning, and time management is so, so critical. So those are some of the fundamental pieces that we're going to be talking about and helping students to create and build for themselves, in the context of, their school scenario and what it might look like this year. And so you can certainly find more information in the links below. Definitely hope to see many of you guys in our coaching groups and workshops. If you have any questions, please definitely feel free to reach out and let me know. Thanks so much.